So we were getting ready to do another project, which is ferment some limes for Mom. And we had a really fun day going to Jungle Gyms. If you've never heard of it, it is a store that is quintessential international. You walk in the building to the tune of a bunch of monkeys. It's a giant building, and immediately off to your right is the land of Asia. And everything, like, they bring in products from all over the world. They're made all over the world. So you're going to have stuff from Korea, Japan, there's signs, and then you go in, there's all the Indian products, and then Mexican products, Italian products, French, Netherlands, UK, Poland. It's really fun. I enjoy going there and getting sweet treats or teas or just trying stuff that is new. But we actually just went there to get some organic limes, and so Mom could ferment them. Mom, why do you like to eat the limes and lemons? Lemons mostly.
Quercetin, right there in front of you.
The quercetin. So during the pandemic, one of the recommended supplements was quercetin that acted a lot like an ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine is what I'm looking for. And you can get something very similar, bioidentical almost, from the rinds of grapefruit, lemons, citrus fruits, you all over the Mediterranean.
There's about 1,200 pages of some of the most inspiring history, foundations of government, and just about every issue under the sun that's addressed from both a biblical perspective and from the perspective of the founders who basically laid down the foundation for this nation. They had an incredible desire to see freedom for everyone. It's the first time you had elites of the world that were breaking from the world system and saying, you know what? This is not just for us. This is for the collective common man. And they laid down a foundation that would allow that to be possible. I think what's in the Founders Bible is the kind of time-tested wisdom and truth. It comes out of, David Barton is our signature historian. He's got a vault of original source documents that's second only to the Library of Congress.
Wow. We
weren't crazy that it's just, I want you to do the Founders Bible. And I'm going like, what's that? And he says, it's everything that you've been seeing and been inspired by, but feathered throughout. He said, I want people to know my purpose for this nation as a light unto the nations. This is not about some rah America thing. This is about God's desire for freedom, liberty for the common man. And, yes. But we have a good 20,000 of the hardcovers, and I have the leather soft and the heirloom edition. It's all the same interiors. They're just different bindings, but, they can order them and we can get them out. But if we don't actually understand the contract that we have kind of with God and with each other, we're never going to live it.
Talk about the failure of the dollar. I'm Lynette Zhang, a student, a banker, and a stockbroker. After all, the dollar's been around since you were born. The fact that according to the Federal Reserve, there is only 3 cents of purchasing power left in the U.S. dollar. The FDIC only has a little more than 1 penny in reserve for every insured dollar in the FDIC-insured banks. The money of the U.S. began to transition in 1813. Governments and corporations had 2 key goals. Number 1, governments wanted to be able to tax the public invisibly and without legislation. And number 2, corporations wanted to pay employees less, but they had to do it invisibly. Building inflation into the currency accomplishes both those goals. 1/20 of an ounce of gold coin, which is about half the size of my pinky fingernail, or this 1 ounce silver, or a dollar bill. All of them at that time would buy 11 loaves of bread. Either be $1, maybe it buys a quarter of a loaf. The silver dollar still buys you 11 loaves of bread. The $1 gold coin buys you, the last time I checked, about 135 loaves of bread.
Our super fun fall project that we did.
Before we go on
No.
past this, can you show them a picture of Jungle Gyms?
Yeah.
Can you just bring your computer over? Michelle's getting that ready. That's all Eastgate. You can pick up any picture.
I got it.
There's two jungle gyms in Cincinnati area.
Oh, it's kind of small.
Here, just bring over the webpage.
And we can get it up closer to it.
They won't let me get it bigger.
You can try a different image. Sometimes
We will
they'll
try
let
a
you
different
do it.
image. So let's see here. Jungle gyms. Okay, that's just, they have like some sort of,
And when you walk in, they have all these noises like monkeys and elephants
yeah.
from all around the world.
So yeah, here's like here's a picture of the inside. Here's Jungle Gym's website.
There's a produce department from all around the world.
Yeah. It's really fun.
And can you lean this back a little bit? It's a better picture like that. Oops, I moved it.
That's funny.
Now put it back up. It's a huge, gigantic store.
Yeah, you can get your exercise in there, that's for sure. You can get your exercise. They've got like this beer garden. They've got a whole cheese cave.
That's honey.
They've got this section of just tons of honey from
all around
everywhere.
the world, yeah.
They've got a fish market. They've just got a ton of stuff. It's really fun. Great bakery. Here's the big cheese. They usually have one big cheese hanging. Let's see if I can get it. Like
It's
big,
right
big.
in there. That's a big cheese. This is a temperature controlled, humidity controlled box.
All right. So
Now we can go on from there.
okay, what our other fall project that we did is making sauerkraut. Now we did it in several different containers, so I'm going to show you a couple of them. No, what'd you do?
I almost lost control.
Almost lost control. All right.
I've got it on the bucket now, so you'd have to kneel down if you want in the picture.
All right. So, right now I've got sauerkraut in here. I've got 2 of these half-gallon jars. So this is a mixture. Some of our sauerkraut is going to be super hot. We use some jalapenos in there. Our Amish, we've got some Amish fermented jalapenos, and we use 2 tablespoons of salt per quart of water. Now, We go both ways when we do our sauerkraut. Some people brine their sauerkraut, meaning you put extra water in there. I've never been able to bang my cabbage enough to get enough liquid. That's the fermented peppers. To get enough liquid to cover the cabbage. So we usually end up brining it. It's bubbling right now. It probably needs to be burped just a little bit. Yeah, I heard it burp. We've got a weight on top of here. It's a glass weight. I'm not going to move it. But it's a glass weight and it keeps the vegetables down. We used a leaf of a cabbage leaf on top. You kind of want to keep it from
but it will bubble over, so yeah, it's on a cookie sheet in our kitchen.
Yeah. So this I have had success one time making cabbage in a 5-gallon bucket. Other times I've lost it to maggots or just not worked very well.
But this is the end of the season, and so this is how you can store food really inexpensively. And we got this whole box, huge banana box full of cabbage.
We got
for
10
like $10.
large heads for $10.
Almost free.
And it was
practically
pretty
giving
much
away.
free. We got it from the Amish, and they had bad spots and things like that, and it was called kraut cabbage. That's what they sold that for.
Need Michelle to help you open it?
I don't know. Michelle is a bit stronger than me.
Well, no, there's a can opener in there. If you get the one fancy can opener, looks like a corkscrew for a wine bottle.
I should have just used the gamma lid. No, I got it. Nope, I didn't get it. Well, I want to show them. But I shut it. So, you want to try? Here, you want to use this? Here, use the thing. She's gonna. There's your little tip there. You gotta blow out the air bubble. Blow out the air bubble. Okay. So I'm checking this right now. I can see that I need more water in here, I think.
I'll get. And we use water that has been filtered. I'll get you some filter water.
I haven't been able to get. I need to get my plate down just a little bit more, but as long as I have a plate covering it and the water is above it, we're okay. I can smell it already. Starting to. You can't have.
You want half a pitcher or what?
That should be good. Just like a quart of water. I'm gonna add some water, and you can add water to any of your ferments if you feel like your vegetables are not being covered by water.
The reason you don't want regular water from your faucet is it has chlorine in it or it has fluoride in it. And we have a water purifier, so here, I can take it.
So the reason why you use a weight, I have a plate on my cabbage here, is really just to keep the vegetables underwater. I can just add some water to keep it underwater, and then it'll be fine. As long as no foreign substances can get in there, this is going to be a good ferment. So I'm going to put that back down again. And we're going to let that go for a couple weeks.
I just saw these and I'm just showing you. These were green, and you put them in a paper bag with a rotten apple, whatever, and they will turn red faster. And because at the end of the season, what do you do with all the green tomatoes still growing on your tomato plants? Mm-hmm. Well, you put them in a paper bag, and they will turn green.
So I'm going to take just a second here and show you guys the crops that we're using. And when we do our ferments, we put them on something because we know that they're going to have some issues. Not issues. They're going to overflow. Water will overflow. And it's overflowing a lot of it versus a little bit. So I'm going to show it to you guys.
And before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we've been doing this for over 20 years, and you have to take baby steps. And you don't try and go out and buy all this stuff at one time. It will overwhelm you. And the Lord led us to lead a self-sufficient life in 2003. And this is the book you found, right, Leah? We read a book like from front to end on self-sufficiency.
Yep.
But that wasn't enough. You have to obey God first. and he took us on a 2,000-mile bike trip through United States of America, and there was so much land. You can't believe how much land is in America. There is too much land for the people that we have, but the government and other evil people want to charge you for everything that God made free. All this stuff is freely given to us by God. Even the land is freely given to us by God. You don't really have to pay for anything, but we have to get rid of the greed and the tyranny.
Amen.
And the men who think they can own everything.
Mom, can you follow me with your camera?
Yeah.
Can you follow or can you? So this is a tray that I put the ferments on so that when they overflow.
I have the turnips next to you. We just did turnips the other day.
I like to do these on the ground because it's
See these turnips
cooler
there?
it's cooler on the ground. So
Because Leah harvested a bunch of turnips. After we were done with our corn, she planted turnips, and they just became ready. Now you want to show your fermented crop?
These are our. I don't know how much I really like this crop. I got this for Matt because he really wanted kimchi, and this had rave reviews. Now, Mom, I don't know if you can get the camera in here, but this has a well of water. And it said, whatever I do, don't, but it did say you can. So there's weights in there. And as long as this stays full of water, oh my gosh, it's going to overflow again, isn't it?
It's going out the outside, backside.
How does it have more water now than before? That's funny. So
this cabbage is bleeding out its water.
Oh, the cabbage is bleeding out its water. Okay.
That's what salt
sense.
does.
Yeah.
Salt gets all the juices out.
So I'm gonna, if I'm going to be careful putting this back down because this is definitely.
And you're using a My Pillow washcloth.
My Pillow washcloth. I love these My Pillow washcloths because they are the most.
You're gonna open that
absorbent.
one up, or can you?
Yeah. So I like this one. These were made in Ohio. This is number 1. It's 1 gallon, and you can actually see the weights on this one. So these are kraut weights, and then this is the lid, and then this is going to take 2 weeks. So I love this one.
This is the more expensive way. You have to buy all this stuff, whereas this is a cheap way.
This is the cheap way with just the glass weights.
And those are all turnips.
Yeah.
And you have a little ferment with every one of your meals.
Yeah, we have a little bit good bacteria with every one of our meals. Now over here,
which way am I going? This way?
let's do the lemons. Now I really should get Matt for this, but we'll try to remember how this works because he's the.
Oh, we're gonna do juicy now.
He's the juice king, right? So this little contraption. Have you ever seen the juicers that you just use the?
This is perfect for a snowy day if you can see the snow out on our deck.
Oh my gosh, I know. So now, Matt, I think it goes like this. I've done this before, so don't think that I'm stupid. Does anybody remember exactly how this works? I know this goes here. I thought this goes connected to something. Does this just go push?
You're gonna have to cut one of the lemons.
Wait, here comes Michelle.
It's broken.
It's broken.
So Matt has to do it by hand.
Oh.
There's a piece that's supposed to connect this to this, so you just have to put your lemon in there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
raise this up accordingly to
All right.
what you're doing.
That's why I
Push
was
it down.
But that's what was messing with my head. That's what was messing with my head. So we just put it on there manually. Yeah. Okay, can do. Okay, so then we line it up, squish it down. It still works. Still works. Okay.
And you can put it right in the middle. And just for anybody to know, this is a Christmas cactus. It's just about to bloom. It needs almost below 40-degree weather to bloom. And it's been out on the deck all.
It's way better. Matt has like super strength. It's probably why it broke, but he does them really quick and easy. And then we get the lemon juice out of the lemon. And then we'll take these and we'll put them in there like that. And then we just take it again. Matt really likes this. I think it's a workout. He's like, He's the lemon squeezer king. Ooh.
And I use real lemon every day.
Mm-hmm.
And so this way I can put this lemon juice into any jar and I'll have my lemon juice.
Yeah, and what Matt does is he puts them in, and you can do this too. He'll take the lemon or lime juice and he'll put it in what do you call it? The ice cube tray. And then he will put them, so then they're, ice cube trays. And then he has he just pulls out like a ice cube. I think there might be some in there. Yeah.
So he just empties the ice cube tray, regular ice cube tray, and then he'll take the lemon juice and put it in there. And then you just know it's lemon because it's a different color.
Right, and that's what we do also with Mom's liver. So she is using just the right amount of liver. What's great about this is that the seeds stay.
This is liver, little small cubes of liver from the ice cube tray. They're kind of stuck together right now, but they were out of the ice cube tray. I take one of those a day.
So what I'm going to actually do, and I'll show you this.
I cook mine. I'm supposed to have it raw, according to the doctor who ordered it for me. I said I can't do it, but I could cook it.
There was actually one step I forgot.
People usually put a big tablespoon in that shell in the bottom there.
Right. So what I'll do is I'll make sure, because I want to make sure that the salt is actually going to get in here. I'll put a little salt in them, each one, and then we'll cover it with brine.
Wait, but it's not on the salt. Hold on.
I put a little salt, just a little salt in there.
Whoops. Michelle, I need your help.
She came undone.
Where'd she go? I think I got it back together.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is going to be our fun.
Nope,
this is one of our fun fall projects. In addition to the ferments that we've been doing, and then since I made some bread yesterday, Mom wanted to.
Michelle's put up Christmas decorations, so you can see out on the deck. Those are part of our Christmas decorations.
So these are. Looks like somebody got it.
Wait a minute. I'm having a hard time putting the camera back together.
Okay. She keeps moving the wrong one.
Okay. Hang on.
Show her the one that
let
tilts
everything
it.
go.
Show her the one that tilts it.
Okay.
She's using the one that takes that in and out versus the one that tilts it.
Don't touch this one. Just use this one. Think of the ball. I'm going to loosen the ball, and they're moving everybody all around.
Show Leo's rolls she made.
Okay, so these are
you just hold this if you want.
freshly made cinnamon rolls from.
We need smell-o-vision. Just imagine a kitchen filled with cinnamon.
So these were made. These were made with our eggs, milk, raw milk, freshly ground wheat, and then our lard. So a lot of people use butter, but we have a
Brown
ton
eggs
of lard.
We have chickens out in the yard, just so that you know.
So after I made my dough, and I know you guys want me to do a
you
show
didn't show
on
your
that.
bread off.
She cut my challah bread in half to fit on this beautiful.
You can put it together if you want.
So I made a challah bread.
But I usually suggest you put sesame seeds and other kind of seeds on top of there.
Mm-hmm.
But she's usually in a rush. She did this like midnight last night.
Yeah. So I made some challah. What I usually end up doing is I'll take half and I will leave it here for everybody to grab from and put the other half in the freezer. These actually, this kind of bread, I know that it looks overdone, but this is the way I like my bread. These turn into sandwiches. So a lot of people just make loaves of bread, but around here people prefer these for sandwich bread. So you can just cut them and you've got an instant sandwich. So we have instant sandwiches. So this is what we did yesterday. That was fun. I do like.
And that's kombucha
bread.
in the background.
And these are kombuchas. So that's the projects that we have going on now. Not sure we're going to do the same thing with the limes.
We'll do the same thing with the limes because I'll use lime or lemon. As long as it's a citrus, even orange, you get your quercetin.
Yeah, you get your quercetin. All right, so I am going to take, we're going to sign off here for just a second. but I want you just not to go anywhere. I'm going to start a second video so that we can share it around other places as a second video. But we're going to show you Mom's miracle. I had a word for it.
Regimen
of the herbs and what she does that was prescribed by Dr. Syed Hyder's friend, Dr. Shaudys. And it's going to be a lot, so we're not going to show you everything. But Mom is doing so good, and she's doing so much better that we want to share a lot of this with you. So this is part of what she does. She does a fermented lemon. She does some garlic. She does that in a juice sometimes.
Yeah, I make a drink with all kinds of little.
She makes a drink out of it.
Small things, and sometimes with a liquid IV.
Sometimes with she's got to keep her sodium up. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Propel
or liquid IV. Yeah.
Yeah, something extra because I don't get enough salt.
Right.
And the reason I show the book is I don't want you to be overwhelmed.
Yeah, it looks like
we got
doing
this
a
book
lot.
20 years ago.
It looks like we are doing a lot, but in reality, we start with one thing, and then we add another thing, and then we add another thing. So find the thing that you enjoy, find something that you like, and get good at it. And then when you look and you say, I want to try something else, like I really enjoy growing the ginger, but this was the first year that I made fermented ginger. And I think that's make a really great, tea. So I'm looking forward to using that, but that's the first time I've ever done that.
We got really close to God for like 5 years. We did nothing.
Yeah.
Kind of lived like nuns until we could hear the voice of God.
Yeah.
And then once you can hear the voice of God, then we like to say, as the Lord leads, because
as the Lord leads, yeah.
Each person is different.
Yeah.
Even with gold and silver, you don't start by buying a monster box of gold and silver.
Love to.
We'd love to have one.
Love to.
But we start off with a $100 bag of really junk silver. And people call it junk because it's just dimes and quarters.
But yeah, it's not junk.
And everything you do, baby steps. The baby doesn't.
Baby steps. Yes.
Baby first gets on top of the furniture, stands up, crawls around, and then he starts to walk. But he doesn't run really fast until he's in high school. That's like 18 years later that you're at your prime.
Yeah.
And so you could say, I said to Leah and Michelle, we got to make a video. Look at all this stuff is like perfect right now.
Yeah.
I mean, she had made the bread last night, and we just bought this other stuff, the rhythms, and we have the lemons, and it's like, this is like perfect, but this is like us at 18.
Yeah.
Where you might just be a baby.
I'm really excited about something. So, I don't know, my essential oil labels didn't come, so I have to check and see on that, but the labels for our stuff for the Resistance Chick store came today.
Oh, did they?
And we're going to do it together.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we're going to open them together and see how they fit. So, here's the tooth powder one. And I'm super uber excited about this. I have worked so hard on these silly little labels. I don't want to use that, that's wet. Hang on. Use the knife over here. For all these different fun things that we're
And we
making.
started out, when she's telling you about the store, we started out with making eye pillows. And
you haven't made any
what
of
was
those
that?
yet.
That was like 2005, 2006.
Yep.
And Leah's a painter, and she would paint ornaments, and she would paint Christmas decorations on ornaments.
Painting. I love painting.
And Michelle worked with wood, and she would make shelves, and she would make Christmas ornaments with wood.
Yes.
Okay, here's the tooth powder little thing here.
Oh my gosh!
I got your head.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome!
Okay, to do this very carefully.
You guys have to see this.
Okay, here we go. That's awesome.
Whole mouth care, look at it.
I'm going to work on how to do these without the bubbles.
Yeah.
To do it a little bit better than that. But I splurged a little bit on the these are waterproof labels because all of these things might be in the sink in the bathroom. I have to work on getting the bubbles out. But so there's the tooth powder label, and it says, "Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with the songs of joy and." With the songs of joy, Psalm 120, whole mouth care, all natural, fluoride free, It's got the net weight. It's got ingredients on there. Make sure you can still read it. Almond, neem, clove and cinnamon powders, baking soda, pink Himalayan salt, activated charcoal, bentonite clay, peppermint essential oil. And then it has some directions. And then it says, this powder has been prayed over while being made and again before being mailed for each recipient. Tooth powder, it's got our address, resistancechicks.com, made in the USA. So all those things on that super fun label. Now wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there's more.
So, for those of you that don't know, we have made deodorant. Now, this is the label I'm the most worried about. So, this is very interesting for you guys to, these are the labels, to see on air because I wasn't sure about the size. So, if it doesn't fit, we're all in trouble. Okay, Mom, I don't know if you can turn the camera down here to see how we're going to do this.
Oh, it goes around?
A little bit.
It goes on both sides?
It will go all the way around.
Is it legit for deodorant?
What?
The sticker.
So the sticker, I had to make a custom size
Okay.
for myself and what I wanted it to do. So it is supposed to, and now I learned my lesson from the last one, that there's going to be bubbles under here. I'm going to make sure that it's not on an angle. Okay, wait, I'm being very careful here. Hang on, it's a bit of an angle. This is going to be a challenge. Okay, I'm going to have to work on it because I don't want it to be wrapped around like that. But there's one. So that it has the directions on the back. It has a scripture.
You're leaning. Can we lean it this way so the light shines on it?
Yeah, but
there?
I need to take it off and redo it.
But the light is shining on it now.
In a bad way?
Well, you don't want the shadow.
Is that better?
Okay, there. No shadows.
It looks straight, so I don't know how I got it cockeyed. So I'm going to have to work on that. We'll figure it out. But super excited about it. Like, very, very excited about it. There's one more. Like I said, I don't know where my essential oils label is, but hopefully it'll be coming. Maybe shipped in another container here. There's that one. And last but not least, we have the face and body butter label, which the reason why I'm kind of like excited and nervous about these is because I wanted to make sure that A, that it would fit, and B, that the font would be
Legible.
Now we make sure this is kind of cleaned. This is, again, I'm trying this for the first time, so I have no idea on.
So you're in the factory.
You're in the factory. You're watching it.
Behind
oh
the
my
scenes.
gosh. Wait, nope.
Who started at home? Vicky
Vicky Natale.
with OBE.
Yep.
She started in her kitchen.
So part of the challenge is definitely going to be to get these straight.
It's so
I'm going to have to master that, but
The lighting.
can you see it?
Yes,
I
you can
love
bring
it
bring
so
closer, please.
I love it so much.
Closer, but with light.
Well, I can't tell the light. You hold it.
Okay.
Yay.
It's super fun. I'm super excited about it.
So we're using the pig.
Go ahead, take it.
So the
calling
piggy,
her
we're
Joy.
calling her Joy. Face
Our
and
mascot.
body butter, Homestead Hands. It's got our little logo on there and all of your directions and whatnot. So there's the label. So
Yay!
our store should be launching in the next couple of weeks. I wanted to get it before Black Friday, but it all depends on how well I do with the actual. So here we are, my little
Website now.
with the actual website, which I haven't done yet. So there's my there. Oh, look how stinking cute!
It's the Oil of Joy collection.
I'm so excited about it. So I wanted to. They literally just dropped this off, the UPS guy. So I wanted to rush in here and show you guys because I'm super.
You guys can write us. We can begin filling any orders. You can still email us or contact us on resistance33@gmail.com.
Well, they don't even know how much we're charging.
You can just say you want it,
Okay.
and we'll tell you. I know we don't have a store yet. We don't have prices. Okay, so that's the fall fun projects. Stick around. We're gonna just go to Mom's healing regimen. Just So we love you guys. God loves you. God bless. And see part 2.